All right, what's up, everybody? Andy Drifter here, and welcome to my channel, Andy Drifter Cards, Slabs, and Autos. I just got back some graded cards from SGC. I'm going to share them with you now. Yes, I do know the results already, and I'm quite pleased for the most part. Check them out. Tell me what you think. The first card I have for you is a 2021 Trevor Lawrence Retro Space Green Border Parallel SP. It is numbered 131 out of 150. SGC declared it as a 9. I knew the centering was off a bit prior to sending it off, so I'm okay with the 9. Lawrence did not play in the Hall of Fame game against the Raiders. New head coach Doug Peterson's plan is to have him play a few series in Friday's game against the Browns, slightly increase his workload in the next game against the Steelers, rest him against the Falcons, and have him prepped up and ready to go for Week 1 against Washington. Trevor Lawrence has to show and prove in his sophomore season. Fans in Jacksonville, they're getting restless. 4 wins over the past 2 seasons. Last year, prior to the draft, he had surgery on his non-throwing arm. The coaching situation in Jacksonville was a mess with Urban Meyer. But this year, no excuses. He's got a Super Bowl winning head coach. He said not too long ago that his throwing arm feels great. He's ready to go. So let's see how he does. I pulled this card out of a Gunslinger's box. If you remember, I believe they are Walgreens exclusives. So I was pretty happy with that hit. If I had to guess the value of this card, somewhere in the $40 range, I think that's pretty fair. Next up are a pair of Paddy Pimlet rookie cards, and SGC declared both of them as a 9.5. On your left is a Don Russ rated rookie Green Flood variant, and on the right is a Panini Prism rookie card. Pimlet, he hails from Liverpool. He fights in the lightweight division. He is one of the fastest rising stars, if not the fastest rising star in the UFC. A career record of 17-3, but he has been undefeated so far in the UFC at 3-0. He won his first fight via knockout on September 9th of last year, and his last 2 victories have come via rear naked choke submissions. He is winning his fights in stunning fashion. He's winning them very fast, and he's quickly rising up the ranks in the lightweight division. His personality resonates with UFC fans. He's oozing with charm and charisma. After his last victory, he made a very emotional speech and dedicated the win to his friend who recently committed suicide. So it seems like sky's the limit for Paddy Pimlet. So I thought I'd get ahead of the ball there and get these slabbed. Seems like he is the next big thing in the UFC. All right, you are looking at a 2022 Top Series 2 Image Variant SSP of Spencer Torkelson. SGC graded this card as a 10. As many of you already know, he was the number 1 pick in the 2020 draft. But during his time with the Tigers, he was not able to get it going. Perhaps some of you watched me pull this card a few weeks ago. I was pretty psyched about it. And then a few days later, he was demoted to AAA Toledo. During his time in Motor City, his batting average was always around the Mendoza line. It was at 197 when they demoted him. But it just wasn't the batting average. It was all metrics, all stats. He just wasn't doing well at all. He was striking out at an alarming rate. So they sent him to the Toledo Mudhens in an effort to try to regain his confidence. Last I checked, he was batting .210 with an OPS of .697. I don't know what's going on with him. I'm rooting for him. You know, sometimes when you're a number one draft pick, expectations are really high. And when you're not playing well, you might try to overcompensate at the plate. And usually that just makes things worse. Hopefully he can make some improvements in the last 40, 50 games. I don't see him getting called up. And perhaps he can make a fresh start in 2023. Needless to say, I'm going to hang on to this card. I realize his cards are going down in value at the moment, as they should. But there's a reason he was chosen number one. He's got a lot of talent. And hopefully he can bounce back. And the last card I have for you is a pink refractor rookie card of the one and only Shohei Ohtani. Last year's unanimous AL MVP. SGC deemed it as a 10, so I'm really happy about that. Ohtani is growing increasingly frustrated with the Angels. You could tell by his demeanor, you could tell by his post-game comments. The trade deadline has come and gone, but the Angels were getting a lot of phone calls about Ohtani, and they were listening. But they chose to hang on to him, at least for this season. He becomes a free agent in 2024. And perhaps then he could become the first $500 million man in baseball. This year, he is second in the American League in WAR. Fifth in strikeouts. He has struck out 152 batters in 105 innings. He has got a career best 2.83 ERA. As far as what he's doing at the plate, he's on pace for 30 home runs and 100 RBI. Doesn't really hit for average. His average is in the 250s. Seems like it'll stay there. But he's in the prime of his career, and in some ways it is being wasted with the Angels, who are 23.5 games out of first place and 11, 12 games out of that last wildcard spot. As far as the value of this card, I would put it somewhere between $100 and $120. Tell me what you think about that assessment. But that's the last card I have for you. I want to thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. If you haven't already, hit like and subscribe. I truly appreciate all of you who take the time out to watch my videos. I'll be posting again tomorrow. Until then, enjoy your day. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you again soon.